and everything like that, and then eventually just get countered. Maybe the Fredrin, in fact. If he wants early pick, maybe Fredrin.
Fredrin Fallen.
Yeah,
Fredrin Valen. Okay, that's our guess.
Oh.
And it indeed will be
Chol.
Chol.
Wow.
I call both of them. I call both.
Okay.
Gua Bandai.
What does that mean?
It means I'm clever.
Okay, you are clever. Okay, and as well as Repo, now Echo, they have been denied of the Cho. Does this mean that they will be shifting a little differently here?
Maybe all the more reason they should pick up the Valentina.
Valentina.
So that Sanji now has the kick.
Okay, and for additional damage, Yuzhong.
Oh no!
Harita. Wow, double combo petrify.
That's it.
Oh.
So they will beat the CC.
They will beat the CC. Okay, so that's a very quick response coming out from Echo. We do know that the Kadita is a strong hero, but okay, the crowd is rising up. I wonder why. Maybe because of the Yuzhong.
because the Karita was dancing on screen.
Oh, okay.
It looked pretty good actually. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, so we are inviting everyone to actually come here in Cambodia for
Come to Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh, yeah.
Like if you're from the
stage is so
Philippines,
nice.
Yeah.
Indonesia, Malaysia, just come to Phnom Penh.
Yeah, book a flight because it's so interesting here.
There's a few seats left, literally just a few.
Exactly. How do you respond now if you're Todak? Are you scared at all of the Kadita or the Yuzhong?
For marksman, maybe a little bit scary because those both heroes can go into backline very
Difficult.
difficult, like straightforward to the backline. So it's a little bit hard for Chico to have.
I think Claude will be banned here.
Yeah.
Claude is good against this.
Maria.
Okay.
No room for Nova.
No room for
For
Nova.
Echo,
Yeah.
Yaoi's not gonna pick up the Kadita?
could be.
But I haven't seen him play the Kadita in a
I've
while.
seen it on ranked.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Just streamed
Wow.
it 2 days ago.
So you're watching Yaoi stream?
No,
huh?
I watch everyone stream.
Really?
I need to gather information. but-
Apparently, Benny Cutie has the highest GPM. That's
Yeah,
great.
he does.
19. Yeah. That's pretty high for a marksman for sure. At 800 in this very important matchup we have. It's gonna be the Kufra ban. Do you like the Valentina here from Todak? Do you think it's gonna be a good pick going up against what Yuzhong as well as the Kadita?
Very good for me because like he can take those both hero ultimate. So can for the first turtle they can like balance the early game damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the Claw that you guys have expected to be banned out, and it was indeed banned out by Echo. Of course, Chico guys is very comfortable with that kind of hero. We saw that. But now Toda gonna be focusing on some of the roam bans here. Are they assuming that this Kadita will be played by Sanji?
I think he did pick it up, right?
Yeah, we're on the. All right. Yeah, we did stream with a Kadita roam, but 7 times out of 10, it's
Okay.
likely Sanji.
Okay.
Honestly, I kind of feel like with the roam bans as well, they're kind of forcing this Karita to be in the mid.
Yep.
The glue has been picked up, and apparently over to Moon. Moon holds the record for the most damage dealt in a game
Wow.
against Team Occupy. 176,000 damage. So that's pretty good.
Well, that's pretty good. Is Todak actually thinking about the carry? Well, okay. Well, they pick up the. I think the way they pick up the carry is because they ban the Harriet.
Yes.
And in comes the Blitz Trap. They just gonna pick it up. No time to react. It's the Franco and the Beatrix. Todak, you are lacking Expilate perhaps or a jungler. What do you think is the last pick?
For me, maybe jungler because the Fedrin can flex to EXP because
Okay.
if they meet the Franco, it's really hard for jungler.
Oh, okay. So, what kind of heroes do you think will be there?
Maybe for the assassin can be split, for example, like
What's your command?
Yeah.
ooh.
Fanny.
Yeah, perfect. And yeah, Bandai Ripo.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a few seconds here. Ripo, I want to pick your brain. I want to ask you, what do you think is the general win condition here for both teams? Who do you think is more favored?
For me, I didn't pick any side. I'm Malaysian, but I really like Echo Draft, seriously.
Okay.
The draft is really like pick off and then team fight. Pick off, team fight. Yeah.
Oh,
so
you just like to play in that kind of.
yeah, I really
like.
like that gameplay. So
Okay.
Toda need to be careful.
Okay, how about you, gentlemen and lady? Yeah?
I'm sorry it's making it a bit more
No, it's okay.
like complicated for you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll get used to it. We have a full 5 game series to do it, but yeah.
She's sorry for being a lady, and for
Yeah.
me, looking at this game, I'm looking at Toda. If they want to win, I agree with Ripo. They gotta play macro.
Gonna play macro. That will be the win condition for Todak, while Echo very comfortable with this. Now Eterna, please take us to the Land of Dawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite you through the portal as the Swordfishes and the Orcas are going to collide for game number 1 in this best of 5 series.
The crowd reacted. Yawi missed the hook on a non-moving ball. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right because, again, in this kind of game, it's all about how you finish, not about how you start. Speaking about how you start, so far, Yums and Moon, they're moving together. Moon there, see, doesn't know that Yawi is there just yet. Pulls the buff.
Finally gets it.
Doesn't really matter that much.
Oh, they're gonna sandwich the playmaker. Backing up Yums. Very low, Yawi. Where you going? He survives.
Yeah, you just mentioned it, right? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And he does land that hook, and it does buy Echo a little bit of time here in the early stage of the game. But one of my questions is this a signature Yawi at the Franco?
Honestly, I kind of feel like Yawi is one of those players that could just do with anything, right?
I wouldn't say it's signature, but he's very good at it. When you say signature, you're still looking at the Cho, maybe even the Kufra. But oh wait, Sanji's gonna be okay. There's the knock-up, concussive blast trigger. A few basic attacks could have done it. Sanji lives.
Yeah, he still gets out for the moment here. And you can see the rotations happening, like the difference in rotations happening from both of these teams. Feels like Todak gonna spend a little bit more time and looking to invade, actually. Carl TZ and Rival going at it.
Yep, I think he got the call from Moon. They're looking for the play here, the invade. Oh, instead gonna move over to the gold buff.
Right now, I'm looking at the bottom side because I'm very curious how Chico Guys is playing this lane because as a carry with the Purify, you kind of can't take those very aggressive trades because if you have a very, very bad positioning, you don't have a lot of options to run away. So for now, Death Beauty is actually forcing Chico Guys to be in his turret. As I say that, Chico Guys is moving forward.
Here's the pull coming in from Echo. 2v3. Sanji refused to leave. Still not hitting level 4. There's the Black Dragon form coming in, drawing a line between the members of Todak and Echo. Carl DZ scores a turtle.
Yeah, in this early game, you would expect that Todak might be a little bit more aggressive, but it doesn't seem like Rival want to go for the objective play. I mean, looking at his emblem itself, right, he wants to go for these plays on those side lanes, give perhaps Chico a little bit of a fighting chance, realizing because he's on the carry, he is in a losing lane against the Beatrix.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Rival, I think he goes in just a little bit just to see how much he's dealing damage in this game. And I kind of feel like, okay, I don't feel like I'm enough just yet, so he's going to wait just a little bit more. I saw a little bit of attack speed, a little bit of damage there on his starting build. Not sure what his first build is going to be, but for now, I kind of feel like Todak, they do want to go a little bit aggressive. They want to make sure that they win the side lanes, but it does look like it's not going to be enough. And for now, 2 fingers. That means it's going to be quick, not the quickest, but still relatively quick.
It's a relatively easy to fix situation here, as you can see. Sanford waiting very, very patiently for one of our marshals to fix up the situation. Something to note as well, Todak wants to engage, right? We talked about how the early aggression is not misplaced, but you gotta watch out for the fact that Echo is the proprietor of the Echo Express. If anyone goes fast, it's Echo. And if I'm not mistaken, they hold the current record for fastest game in MSC so far. Some teams come close. I think 11:05 or
11:03, Evo versus Fimp.
Oh, it was Fimp got mad.
Yeah.
So we've beaten the record. All right, so well, Fimp's not here anymore, so Echo then.
Yeah,
See?
true.
So they are currently the whole record holders. So yeah, I think Todak has to temper their expectations, and they have to step on the clutch every now and then, especially since Echo's looking to snowball with that early turtle.
Honestly, one point as well that is very interesting. We have to see in game number 1 how things are going to go down because I kind of feel like for the Malaysians watching, they're like, yo, they're trusting Rival again because now he's on that assassin, which is, I gotta say, pretty risky because we see how Philippine teams know how to go up against assassin junglers. Just make sure you control their buffs, and then eventually they'll get capped.
Yeah.
They will reach their ceiling very, very soon. So this is big trust coming in for Rival.
Yeah, that's a question that I wanted to ask, right? Because we saw the game from Blacklist yesterday, right? When his opponent picked up an assassin in the jungle and they were able to freeze that blue buff and make the Fanny just really unable to do anything. It was a walking Fanny, but this is the circle of life. Did you know that the orcas actually naturally prey on swordfishes in the sea? For this match, they will retain the same natural order, or will the food chain be reversed this time?
The more you know.
So nature or, breaking nature
This is perfect.
for Todak.
This is perfect. It all leads into what we were discussing prior, right? Again, making sure that the purple buff doesn't come through, making sure that rival, this trust put in him, comes through. Hey, talking about assassin junglers, this is the assassin jungler. This is Carl Teasy, right?
Yeah.
Utility jungle, wise, sure, whatever. But in the early days of MLBB Esports, it's Carl Teasy.
I mean, that's why the Lancelot, he has a Lancelot skin.
He is the Lancelot
He is
skin.
the Lancelot.
He's a pretty good-looking Lancelot.
Okay, and with that in mind, let's see. Oh, what?
There's a bite down on Ayooms. Again, we mentioned the GOAT. He draws first blood.
I mean, that just happened. Chiku guys losing the lane. You were talking about how Echo would be the one moving forward, and
Exactly.
that just happened.
Satu v Satu.
Yeah, they heard you.
I mean, for some reason, I cannot say that I did not expect that to happen from Chico.
Hey,
yeah.
He's always so aggressive.
They don't know that Echo wanted to go just as fast given their pick-off engagement. As Ripo said, right? This is the place that he likes.
Well, I mean, you know, Toda has the second option of splitting the map. Usually we see carry with something like a Kaja or a Franco to make sure that you get that confirmed 2v1 kills, but I don't know. I'm very interested to see how Toda is going to move around the map because, again, something about Toda, I would say one of the early monikers for them is that they're the king of comebacks because they always seem to lose the early game, come mid and late. Somehow they just turn things around.
I'm actually quite interested in this in-game equipment by the Beatrix, right? So Fury Hammer for the damage, and she has the pants, but she's in a winning lane. Is it because she's, you know, vying that rival may come to that lane?
Yeah, legit. Because again, anything could turn around very, very quickly. Especially now, looking at this, 4 people from Toda are coming down. It looks like they know something is up. So Yaoi is just bringing the farm a little bit quicker. Now looking at the emblem set as well, I don't think anything is going to grab anyone's attention. Yeah, and again, the still take place just to make sure that Rival can get a kill. And I think that's why Rival came, saw how much damage he can deal, and then he's like, yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, so far here, things are getting a little bit more passive. Both teams are trying to set up as best as they can to get that next objective, which is that turtle, right? Both of these teams are quite dependent on that level 4. They've hit that already, as we are already in the 5th minute of the game.
Yep, Carl Teasy making a beeline. He knows, not wasting any time. Sanford goes for the Black Dragon form, no one home. Instead, Toda is going to inhabit the lower part of the map. They're going to try and pressure Benny Cutie here. Spots Yaoi, gets a kick, that's 4 members, make that 5. Toda, get the pick off on the playmaker.
Wait, that's a lot of resources for Yaoi. Was that worth it? Whoa, it's Sanji?
We'll talk about it in a bit. Hume's looking for 1, sniper shot misses. The question.
Yeah, back to that, right? Was it worth it to, you know, just expand all your resources onto Yaoi there?
Definitely, because Yaoi is the one that can stop the play from happening with the Bloody Hunt. So I kind of feel like drop down Yaoi first, and then if you guys want to go again, you guys can go again. And I kind of feel like this is one of those early strats where you try to drop the tank first, just to make sure that they can't do anything come late game.
Flicker Bloody Hand looking for the knock-up as well. Humes is still here. In comes Rival as well. Humes gets the kick. Down 1. Sanji does not survive. In comes Carl Teasy. Taking down Rival, but he's sandwiched by 3. Can he get Moon? The answer is no. Retreating underneath the base. The turret. Sanford finds 1. And now they're looking for more. Sanford very low. Not enough basic attacks from Chico, guys. They disengage.
You can tell that Yaoi is out for blood, right? He was taken down earlier by the play coming in from Humes, and he did the same thing. However, it does result in a 1-for-2 trade, and it actually alleviates Echo's pressure.
Right now, looking at the situation, Echo still has a very good goal lead. Yaoi able to pull the buff away. Looking at the situation, Toda is really just waiting for opportunities. Once the opportunities present itself, then they'll go in. And looking at the way that they've been playing, they're really looking at Moon as well as Chiku. Do you guys have enough damage? And it looks like they don't have enough just yet, especially you guys gets taken down.
So she wrote, they're going to convert into this tier 1 up top. Down bottom, it looks like they're going to go for the same play. It looks like Toda might try the same thing. Just throw everything at Yaoi.
All right, but is that going to be fair trades happening, right? Is there a certain power spike that we need to be aware of for the side of Todak? Because as of this point, 7 minutes in, they haven't been trading equally. Echo's been getting better trades.
Long for that. Probably secures it.
Nope. Nothing to trade here. They're outgunned and outwitted. The turtle goes over to Echo. That's a clear advantage going over to the Orcas.
Honestly, one thing that you could look out for is Chiku Guys having 3 items first, because Chiku Guys is the most confident one. He has that 3 items, but
There's another bite down and a pickoff. Humes didn't know what hit him. You were saying.
nah, I'm just saying, like, how can you really do anything when the moment you want to move, you get caught? Because at this point, Toda keeps getting caught. But here's the thing, not 100% their fault. It's just that Echo, their position well.
Yowie snags Momo! And another kill! Everyone was in there.
I'm sorry, LaFell, but this is looking brutal, right? They know exactly what their composition entails. They go for the pickoffs right, left, and center. And even Sanford goes for a 1v1 kill and wins.
Dude, I don't know. We've seen a lot of fannies drop to the EXP laners, the Badang, the Yuzong, and I gotta say, Yuzong, the damage can be quite deceiving because the damage is coming in from that passive. And for now, look at this, the way they're controlling the buff. If Rival couldn't get a lot done in the early stage of the game, now it's gonna be more difficult for him.
Oh, there you go, Sanford.
You mentioned this. They're choking out the purple away from Rival. Sanford popping the Black Dragon form preemptively. An easy take in mid for Echo.
7,000 gold lead already, but like we mentioned before, right, the beautiful thing about a Fanny, it's not just its advantage in terms of that damage, that prowess, but also the fact that you can utilize it in a macro way, in an objective way. And so Rival, you can see he is trying to look for something on the board, which is basically the only thing you do, the turret push.
And right now, looking at the itemization as well, Sanford just with that Hunter Strike. Oh, that could have been very costly, Rival. Anyways, looking at itemization from Chiku Guys, he has 2. Looks like he's on the way to finish his Wind of Nature. Once the Wind of Nature is done, I kind of feel like they're a little bit more open to getting into those fights. But again, even if Chiku Guys is open for the fight, you gotta be careful of Sanji, man. Sanji could one-shot him as well.
Oh, there's a hook coming in. Humes, close call. Echo did not say go. Lord very low, a 10th of its health left. Yorka score 1.
Like, even if Rival wasn't that low, he's level 9. He was level 9. He just went to level 10, but he was level 9 against Carl Tizzy, who is level 11. So is that really something that you can even contest at this point?
Here's the thing, even if they're 15 to 15, going up against a Lancelot, it's not gonna be easy. The Lancelot,
Not even it's the Lancelot.
yeah, because even just Lancelot, right? The Lancelot is just so good. Okay, never mind.
Conceal
When can I
play!
talk? When can I
Conceal
talk?
play. Rival just walked into that, and it's not even his fault.
Go ahead, LaFell.
Nah, you know what? I'm done.
Echo Express.
Echo Express, man. They didn't move the game so fast. Look, I'm just looking at the play and I'm like, okay, the moment I say something, Yaoi's gonna catch someone. Or
Oh, there you
Sanji.
go.
It could be Sanji, and could be Yowie. Bombs away, scores 1. A close call, but here comes Sanford. He wants to finish the job. Mid lane, in jeopardy. They finally get it. Lord smashes that inhibitor.
Looking brutal. Okay, finally that hook does not land onto Todak, but it does give Todak maybe a little bit of breathing room. And at this point, right, Chiku Guys 2-2-0, level 11, just hit that power point. But does he have the items even to dish out the damage that he was meant to?
I don't know, man. 10,000 gold lead. If it were me, I'd be having asthma attack. And now, Rival, no energy.
They're sandwiching him.
Oh.
Sanji gets a beat on him. Yowie misses the hook.
No energy.
Spotted by Carl Tizzy. Down by Sanji. Oh, he was cornered even before he knew it.
11,000 gold lead. Not looking too good because for them, now they got to make sure that they can survive and engage coming in from Echo for someone to eventually split push. But with Sanford and Sanji, the way that they've been playing, I don't think they can survive.
Here comes Sanford coming in from the west. Breaking that holy shield, knocking up Momo, knocking up Humes. And there's the Phantom Execution. They're not letting Todak breathe. Underneath the ocean, they take Sanford, the punish from Todak.
Yeah, a 1-4-2 trade, so they are able to defend it. They don't lose that tower in the top side, but in exchange, they have to lose Yums and Momo. It could be worse. It could be Chiku guys. But now, because the waves are hitting like this, Chiku guys does have some time and the resources to be able to maybe try and catch up.
Okay, let's look at the instant replay, see what really happened here. And here's the thing, this is always how Echo starts a fight. Yaoi, you try someone, you didn't get it. Sanji, no? All right, well, Sanford is gonna come in and make sure something happens. And in this situation, Chiku guys was able to dodge a lot of the damage, a lot of the attack. Chiku guys still has that Purify, so it's gonna be good going up against the next team fight at the Lord if they want to go for it. But the thing is, someone has to be the one to take away the Franco ult. Someone has to be the black sheep. Someone's just got to be like, yo, Yaoi, look at me. Hug me, bro.
The scapegoat.
Someone has to be the scapegoat.
Sacrificial lamb. Here we go. A hook thrown out by Yaoi. Lord here, not even a thought to contest. Another one for Echo.
Wow, they're just dominating left, right, and center. Here, finally, Chiku guys picks up that
Oh!
jump.
Momo didn't know Yaoi was there. He gets knocked up and taken down just as quickly. And now Rival struggling to keep his purple. GTP coming in. Black Dragon form from Sanford. Another hook comes in from Yaoi. And they're going in underneath the turret. Chico guys falls. They do get one on Sanford. Again, the second death for this young XP laner. And now Lord Martin and Rival struggling to control and take down the minions. Yoon is gonna fall as well. Oh Lord, there's just two left. Now just one. Moon goes down. Echo takes game one.
The Orcas showing their teeth as they lead the series against Todak here in the first game. That was brutal. How many minutes was that?
I didn't look at the
All right.
timer. All right, let's not talk about it 1-0. I gotta say, this is not a good way to start for Todak fans.
I mean, you know, the question is, right? Is Todak a type of team who needs to feed off momentum, or can they come back from a 1-0 deficit? Because
They can, yeah.
it's just 1-0, right? Reset.
It's not just 1-0.
All right.
Did you see how that 1-0 was?
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here?
I believe this is in reference to the 4-0 championship sweep across MPL-MY and MPL-PH. That's what they were referencing there, the Spider-Man meme.
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know, if we're talking about Spider-Man, I gotta say, Mr. Leo, not feeling good.
Yeah, game number one, it was interesting, right? I mean, there were
You're
moments.
interesting.
Thank you. You are too. There were moments in that game where we saw that Todak was trying to go for things, right? But even in the beginning, I questioned. They're going for trades. It doesn't feel like they're equal. And at the end, I feel like Echo just snowballed up at that point. Wow, what a game by the Orcas here.
I don't want to say anything. Wolf, you got something to say?
Well,
Oh, he's on screen. Sorry, I didn't notice you there.
Well, I'm like Spider-Man.
Hi.
He's always been there.
He's always been there.
Like Miles Morales.
Like
That's
Miles
the one that
Morales.
can
Don't
go
spoil.
invisible.
That is
No, you see the first movie. You know he can go invisible. He's a Natalia.
I specifically
Natalia.
said no spoilers.
How could you not know that?
well. Unfortunately, she doesn't know. But what we do know is that game number one went in favor of Echo very quickly in a very dominant fashion. It was quite one-sided for sure. But why don't we look at the key players in this particular game? We have our own picks for sure. But the MVP has been chosen, and it will be Carl Tizzy on the Lancelot. I would just like to take note, by the way, the starting items for this guy was actually a Molten Essence into a War Axe, straight into the War Axe. That means that Carl TZ really want to go for the damage build.
I mean, looking at the way that he's been playing, man, here's the thing. If you want to go for a damage build, you just got to make sure that you don't die. And 5-0 and 6, he made it happen. And here's the thing. The difference between, I would say, Echo as well as Toda in that kind of situation, when Echo wants to do something, they get something out of it. Toda, not so much.
Heat map coming up from Carl TZ, very active in the map at around 5 minutes to 10, really conquering the side of the jungle that should be belonging to the side of Todak. That means that he was able to invade and also go in between the tier 2 and the tier 1 turret in the mid lane. That is how dominant he was. Lefel, how important was having this kind of damage build kind of Lancelot not dying as well as still outputting the kills? Because there's one thing about, like, you know, not dying as the assassin, but also not getting the kills.
Here's the thing, you know what? if you are hit by say 2,000, 2,700 gold, you can go for that damage build because at this point, the thing about the Lancelot is you can heavily punish your opponents by making sure before they have an opportunity to outplay you, you kill them first. So if they die before they can do anything about it, that's actually an amazing build.
Hey, Eterna, you look like you're shocked from what you just
Sorry,
saw.
I was like 942 GPM.
Yeah, so
That's a gold laner stat.
that's a goal. Sorry, I think that the highest GPM was Benny Cutie with 800, and surely Cartesi's performance kind of tops at 942, and it's all because of the fact that they were landing their spells. Or at least from what I can see from this game, it was just them outplaying the side of Todak. Did you feel that way too?
But Outplay went
Ruriken?
home.
That-
Eterna, behave.
Sorry.
You know what? Here's the thing. Yaoi, the way that he was playing the Franco, I could have sworn there's a Novaria in play. The
Okay.
hooks had additional inches.
Yeah.
You know, one of the main things on top of that, right?
On
is
top of
what
what?
what you just said.
On top of Yaoi having
No.
extra inches? I don't know.
No.
The Franco.
That's what he just said.
Yes.
Okay.
It's whatever you said.
Okay.
Is what I noticed in the map is the fact that because of how they kind of, compose their drafts, right? You saw that a lot of the times Rival was too busy trying to help out in those side lanes to be able to go in for even a steal onto Cartesi's jungle or even contest on these buffs. And so Cartesi had a really free roam and movement
Yep.
space to do what he can. And you can
Yeah.
see that through his GPM.
We can see that through the composition as well. Coming up from Echo, you're gonna notice very standard pickups. This is Yuzhong, one of the most played for Sanford. Sanji
Yep.
plays the Karita so many times. Yaoi's Franco is already a signature, and also Benecuti's Beatrix. So Echo just really played in their own playing field. For Todak, this, all due fairness, this doesn't look like a Todak draft to me because it really looks pretty normal.
Yeah, and the thing is, they couldn't go for a lot of fights because Toda is the, Langar basically means charging into your opponents. It doesn't look like a lot of them had a lot of opportunities to really
Yeah.
charge for their opponents. I don't see Rival forcing kills. I don't see Yums and Moon forcing kills. I mean, like, in terms of being disciplined, they were disciplined. But is it too much discipline that they were, I almost want to say, scared to try something?
Yeah, I was about to ask, does it seem like as if they were scared, right? Because, Yums did try to go in for the Way of Dragons. He did hit, but maybe the follow-up or just like the counter engage coming in from Echo.
An alternative maybe was Todak came in expecting to be reactive. I think they invested a little too much in the potential for a split push with the Fanny and with the carry. And maybe that's where the whole thought process ended, and that allowed for Echo to just snowball to the victory. And again, I agree. I think we're at the point wherein Yaoi's Franco has become a signature.
Yeah, he was very good at it. We saw that in the game. Saw how well he landed all those hooks, and not only that, the fact that he is actually positioning himself in correct lanes. For example, there was a lot of focus in the gold lane, but whenever they find that there's a rather big opening in the other side of the map, it's gonna be greater. One thing that I noticed though, you're gonna see the kill participation of the entirety of Echo. No one went above 60 or above 65%. It's always 61. It's because of the fact that there were so many solo kills in this game. Any
Okay,
thoughts on
stop
the fact-
bragging, stop flexing. I mean, like, come on. You
How
gotta
do you
do
feel
me
about
like that. I mean, how do I feel? do you really want to know how LaFell feels?
Yes.
Yes.
A bit.
LaFeel.
A bit.
Oh, who said
That's
that?
a 7 out of 10. 8
Leo.
out of 10.
Leo.
8 out of 10. So how does Left feel?
Shad.
Sad.
Shad.
It's more than just sad, it's shad.
Shad. With an H.
So
But it's okay. It's okay. Things
It's
could
just
happen.
game
Things could
one.
happen. Yeah, it's just game one. You know what? Game one barely matters.
So that's the
Doesn't matter.
0.1% of the 99% confidence that you have.
Yeah.
Is it
In
still
case-
at 99?
Actually, in case you guys don't know, it was a meme last year, I think, from BTK, but it's whatever.
I mean, for BTK, okay. Do you still feel that the 99% is warranted, Mr. Leo?
I think we need to temper our expectations.
No, I think 99 is still true, just for the different team. It's still
I-
true, just, not...
Is it not 100? I'm sorry.
I think we have broken the fell.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He mentioned that
He-
it's
he-
for another team.
Yeah.
Typically, he's very confident.
What happened to the curse?
What happened to the curse?
I'm still trying to make it work, guys. It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
Right? You think witchcraft is easy? No.
All right.
I'm not saying I do witchcraft. By the
You
way.
think he just
It's
wakes up and it
it's a
happens?
Joke. It's
Yeah.
a joke. It's a joke, guys. The curse is a joke.
The curse is a joke, but the witchcraft
I'm a
isn't.
joke.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not?
But you make good jokes. Yay. Okay, let's not joke around any longer because we have to talk about the next game. Anything else that you think that that should be improved there by Todak? Do you think that the flex pick of the Frederick into the Fanny last pick is already okay?
I'd like to answer the question, or at least address it with another question.
Wow.
Given the league
Okay.
rules, is it safe to say that Todak might want to go blue side as well? And what'll that buy them?
Oh.
Right? What'll that open up for the coaching staff and for the players? Because
Yeah.
it's likely that Todak might use that as one of their pivot points.
Okay.
What if we were blue side? Does that help?
For me, honestly, I just want a composition where there's 3 or 4 very buff front lines, honestly, for Todak. I just
Okay.
want 3 people that would die for Chiku. Because in
Okay.
that in that kind of game, Rival can't die for Chiku. Momo was very difficult for him to set anything up. Even
Yums.
Yum single targets. I kind of feel like I almost want to see everyone just dive. Everyone just dive. If you die, it's part of the process.
Yeah.
But
So,
just give more space for Chiku.
If I'm reading the room correctly, are we asking the question, where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the
Exactly.
beef?
Where's the beef? Okay. Well, as the mediator for this one, you're the most neutral between these two
Definitely.
gentlemen. What I wonder what your opinions will be, Eterna, on how each team will, eventually win game number 2.
How will they win?
Yeah. What do
I
you think should
honestly
they change?
feel like Todak should just play to their strengths.
Oh
right?
wow, very neutral. I love it.
Is it?
I love
Is it
it.
neutral?
It's I love it.
So my
Okay.
opinions are neutral, guys. Very interesting. But yeah, I did not feel the Todak that we're so accustomed to usually. What's wrong?
It's a note in their notebook.
It is.
Play to their strengths.
Play
Okay.
to their strengths.
That's right.
You know
what are their strengths?
what Todak?
Yeah.
They're unorthodox. They're
Ah,
hard.
yeah.
They're hard to,
Figure it out.
figure out in
Yeah.
the drafting phase.
So don't ask us, Wolf.
So don't make it obvious for Echo. Because honestly, okay, I guess that the Fanny pick, last pick was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
But
surprising.
but even Repo knew. So it's
Yeah.
not so it's too obvious.
Oh,
it's
so you
because-
meant because Repo said that it could be a Hayabusa or a Fanny as the split
An
motion?
assassin.
Assassin.
He said an assassin.
So you mean that that's not unorthodox because Repo predicted it, which I
Yes.
agree, by the way.
Yes.
I agree.
And it now makes sense when we're connecting the dots because LaFell said they need more frontliners. And Rival played an assassin, that's not a frontliner. Yums played a pickoff hero, not a frontliner.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm also just gonna double down and say, bring out the Minotaur.
Man, the amount of IQ in this table
Where
is
is
just
the
off
beef?
the roof.
Where is the beef? We
Dude.
needed Repo. Repo balanced us out.
Yeah, I
Here's-
know, right?
Here's the thing, Wolf said the
Wow.
IQ is above the roof. We didn't say it was a very high roof.
Yeah. There's a low roof, there's a high roof, but what we are sure of is that it is above the roof. I can feel it. And I think you
What do you feel, Wolf? What do you feel?
I feel excited.
You feel excited.
That's right. It's not a feeling actually, but yeah, I feel excited. Yeah, that's what I want. I want a game number 2. People
a
in
good
this
game.
table cannot figure out what might happen in game number 2, but yeah, what else? What else can we talk about? Like, I mean, we've already talked about. You told me to not ask you guys about
Yeah.
like what can be picked, and so that we will be
Okay.
surprised. So,
Leo, how do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel? We haven't asked Leo.
This situation here is a conflict of interest for me, all right?
Okay.
As a stakeholder and proprietor and one who establishes Moonatics fan bases all around the world, this is not good, right?
okay.
But as a Filipino and as a fan of Echo, I think this is just par for the course. So I am emotionally torn.
Okay.
I am being pulled apart in different directions
I'm
right now.
physically torn.
But I'm happy. I'm happy to see
Okay.
this. But what would make me happier is if again Todak circles back to what makes it work.
Same.
And again, LaFell was onto something with the 3 frontliners. I'm not so sure though if
What if?
they circle back to the 131 and shock Echo into a ghost of their past. Because in
A
season
131.
9, Echo was the one who played with the 131
Okay.
and won a majority of their games in the early season. Didn't work
Okay.
out in the playoffs, but Carl Tizzy, I'm sure, would get a good lap out of it. And hey, we played that way before.
Okay,
That's us
okay.
before. 131.
That's us?
That's
us.
Oh, that's us.
But also sus.
That's also us.
Because 131 ain't a thing as
Yeah.
much in this metagame.
So there's the idea of the 131, LaFell's idea of the triple
frontliner.
How does that work even?
No, so basically like the roamer that can take a lot of hits, the EXP that can take a lot of hits, either the jungler or the the mid laner as well. Because in this kind of situation, I kind of feel like in terms of win rate, Moon has the highest win rate on the Eve. But looking at how Sanji plays the Kadita, if they can make sure that the Kadita will not get picked, maybe it's a good situation for them to pick up the Eve. But they themselves pick up the Eve. Because here's the thing, him on the Valentina is not as aggressive as I think a lot of people would like to see. He was almost reactive, right?
But the problem is, Echo knows that.
Echo knows what?
Echo knows that Moon's really good on his Eve.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's
and so
true.
they respect Band in the first phase.
Thought that bandit.
No,
Echo did.
It was Echo.
I was just testing your knowledge. I wanted to see
Keep
if
us
you
on our
guys,
toes.
yeah, if you guys were paying
Thank you
attention.
so much, LaFell.
Yeah, I just want to see if she can read what she wrote.
Wow.
Well, I
sometimes
can.
you can
Congratulations.
write, but you cannot read, right?
Yeah.
That happens. But that is not true for Echo, unfortunately, LaFell. And I do agree that they do feel that it was Eve that was one of the more successful heroes coming out from Todak. You know, when we are talking about these two teams, it's all about just the team fights as well. Because that's definitely what I saw from a Filipino eye looking at the...
Honestly, I don't even think that those were team fights. I would say those were just straight up catches.
Catches.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it was always four
okay.
Echo against one
Yeah.
Todak. And it's mostly Momo getting hooked.
That's
So,
right.
That is true for game number 1. But what I saw in MPL, MY,
Yeah?
it's all about team fights, right?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why are they so focused on just
Team
winning on team fighting?
Because
What's
it's
up with
cool. Because it's cool.
Is it?
It's an honest way to get to objective.
An honest, wow, you're really good at positive scripting, man.
Yeah, no, it's how you get to things safely without worrying about a clapback. And that's
Okay.
what Echo made sure of in game 1, that nothing was free. Nothing was going to come through unless you go through us.
Well, we're about to find out in game number 2 what the draft will be as we start the drafting phase. I wonder who will be on the blue side. Will it be, as Leo would have said, that blue side will be manned by the Todak team? It will be the case.
If I know my Malaysian brothers, I know this.
Okay.
They want to be on the aggressive side. They
Okay.
want to put their front foot forward and say, Todak lang na.
All right. How do you langar your way here, right? What do you pick up? What do you prioritize as the first pick?
Well, Novara was not really focused for both teams, right? For the second game.
Ignored.
I want to see if for this game they will want to pick it up because
Okay.
Moon
Bavaria.
was 1-0-1 against Blacklist, which is kind of good
Okay.
compared to the rest of his teammates, right? So I kind of feel like Novara would be fine, especially if you do have a lot of peel on
Yeah.
your composition. Because again, like I said, honestly, during MPL they would even go for 4 peels in the game, making it so that whoever wants to team fight, you're invited, but you're not gonna get out.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. But for Echo, it's going to be the same set of the first 2 bands.
Yeah.
It's Arlet and Ling. And on the other side, it's Franco and
Wow.
Lancelot. Top 5 highest GPMs so far. BennyQt had 941. Now trumped by CalTZ just recently with 942. Best performances from 1 to 3 belongs to Echo, but Rival, however, on top 5. That's also something to take note of. That is the reason why Echo will just straight up ban out the Ling.
That's the thing. That's the thing, right? What I saw when I was like, wow, Todak is playing amazing. These are on the heroes that were already banned out by Echo. So definitely Echo notices this, is able to observe
Wait.
it, take it away. But like you mentioned, you're right here. The Orpheus being banned out
Is it a
does
bait?
this signal
Definitely
a
a bait.
bait of a 1-1 pick.
It's a 1-1 into joy bait.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
It's the
And if you don't pick up the 1-1,
tic-tac
they'll pick the 1-1.
trap.
See value in me.
Tic tac.
They don't bite. They don't bite. They don't bite. Yep.
They don't bite. It's gonna be the Fred raid, but you still can get the 1-1 if you're Echo because you did ban out the Phobias anyways, and it is the BennyQt special. And I'd just like to remind everyone that BennyQt's son or daughter
His name 1-1.
named 1-1.
Really?
That is true.
No
That's
cap.
so cute.
No cap.
You know the last
NGL.
time?
That is cute.
You know the last time that Benny picked up the 1-1? He got a Maniac.
That is
So-
true.
Huh.
Things are not looking good for Todak.
I love it though. We set up the 3T, man.
Okay.
And no one fell for it.
Yeah.
So they still got the 1-1 anyways.
The 3T.
Tic-tac, Trevor, trap.
Tic-tac, Trevor, trap. That's right. It's our trap. Todak, how do
That's
you... now-
4 Gs.
No.
No, Tic-tac is just one word.
It's
Oh.
one word. That's his name.
I mean,
It's one word.
Sure.
I understand Rafael's point.
Right, you understand, right?
2 picks.
All right.
There you go though.
It's gonna be the Joy. Did they pick up something like Lolita or Farsa here if you're Todak? It's gonna be the Claude. So answer for the Eve, Franco or Akai. There is gonna be the Akai for Echo with their blitz draft. They're drafting so quickly we can't catch up. It's Valentina. How do you now close this out if you're Todak?
I kind of feel like Echo will ban out the Valentina as well as the Kadita unless they're pretty sure that Moon does not do well on the Kadita. But honestly, another pick that I'm looking at is the Lunox.
For
Toda.
Todak. Lunox. Okay.
Yeah, honestly, even mid. Or
Mid Lunox.
Yeah, because again, you're gonna do well against the 1-1 as well as the Eve-ish.
Yeah, no, but even in this phase, right? Even without the bans, we know that Toda can still flex. We don't know who's going to the jungle, who's going in mid. Because Joy can go into mid, jungle, and
That's
XP.
The JJ.
Yeah, well, what's Moon like these days? Does he play a mid, Joy?
No, I would say the best way that he plays is definitely for those high ground mages, I would say. Like, the more distance you have, the better Moon plays.
Artillery mid.
Artillery, thank you very much.
Okay, so we're looking at the. I think I heard it right. Yeah, it's gonna be the Digi. With the Lapu-Lapu ban coming out from Todak, it kind of feels to me that they really wanted to go for something like a Farsa and Lolita as their last 2 picks. Farsa, of course,
Use ban, please.
YZ.
decent versus the 1-1, and that's true. The YZ could be there as their ban. It's a special for sure for Echo. So I do feel that it's going to be Lolita and a Farsa, so that at least they will have an answer to the 1-1. Apart from that, do you actually want to focus on the 1-1 here if you're Todak? Because I feel that they'd have to. But some teams, they just, accept the fact that the 1-1 is there and just, answer the other lanes.
I'm still hoping for a use on piece ban.
Yep.
And
If they don't ban out the Yuzhong, there you go.
Thank you very
Alright,
much.
there's the answer. I think they are willing to just try and attack the other lanes then.
It's a Grok. Very quickly from Echo.
So honest, Echo.
Why don't we go steal the enemy base next? Actually, that was an actual.
yeah, that is an actual line. Yeah.
line.
Chico guys really take it to heart.
Yeah.
He understands English, honestly.
That's
Took it
comic
literally.
accurate.
Yeah.
It's comic accurate.
Yeah.
Method acting.
This
coming out.
is a canon event.
Exactly.
a canon event. Yeah.
She doesn't get it, but it's all
Yeah,
right.
we get it, right?
We get it,
We
yeah.
get it.
We get
if
it.
you get it, you get it.
If you
All
get it,
you get it.
you know, canon event.
Yes, that's
Um,
right. Can you
is-
spot out some of the important
No,
heroes here?
Here's the thing. Is it really still safe for a Farsa pick?
Nope, that's
Oh,
why
it's a
they picked up
Lilia.
the Lilia.
Okay.
Not the best thing going up against an Eve, if I'm truly honest, because Lilia is one of those heroes that the Minotaur picked up great. The Lilia is good in terms of defense, but here's the thing. The HP pool is more or less the same as the Novaria, and the Eve has very long range. I would honestly feel like Moon might get poked out.
Yeah, but it's good against the Grok though.
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
take
It's
advantage of the
definitely.
early game advantage of the Grok not having much magic defense. So I
Okay.
get it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The injustice in the world.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Wow. It's going to be the Cho. So this is
The
Grok
context is great,
XP.
but-
Grok XP.
Grok XP.
Yeah. No,
Huh.
I did thought it was going to be a Grok XP.
I wonder what emblem.
The Grok Assassin.
Master Assassin.
Master
All
Assassin.
right, because we've seen different flavors of the Grok in the EXP and
Yeah.
emblem.
Weapon Master sometimes.
The assassin is just too delicious, too
Yeah.
spicy.
Yum. Speaking of delicious
Yum.
and yum,
Yum.
the Chico is apparently a fruit.
It is a fruit.
It is a fruit, and also in the Philippines, it's also a fruit.
Sit up.
Chico.
Really?
That's true.
Is it a fruit in Indonesia?
Chiku?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
What's that?
That's bad.
it's a fruit.
What
a fruit.
fruit?
What's
Chiku.
a fruit?
No,
Oh my
I
god!
know what
think-
a fruit
I
is.
think- I
I'm
think-
asking what
All right.
fruit.
Before we get in a trapped by a spider web of all of our emotions into this game, why don't we bring it to game number 2, Eternal?
All right, thank you, Wolf. This is gonna be very interesting, right? Best of 5. This is gonna set the tone of the other games that follow. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 between Todak and Echo.
Right now, looking at the situation, it is going to be rival on that Fredrin. Some people will be like, yeah, of course, but I don't know. Against Toda, you can't be fully sure. Now, Momo here on the Joy, taking a little bit too much damage, more than necessary, up against Sanford. Doesn't look all that great, but should be doing quite okay against the Grok, just because, again, the Grok early game does get a little bit of beating against magic damage.
But something to note, he closed that gap. He nullified the advantage by using the Master Assassin to just all of its potential. Because again, Momo was alone, so he
Yep.
was smacking away at that joy.
Yep. Grok also likes the joy. And now, Sanji again just gonna poke out Moon, and this is at least Yums is there to heal up. But again, this is a situation where you gotta look at Sanji. Sanji being a very big problem here, honestly, for this composition.
Taking a look at the in-game equipment right now, nothing too fancy. We do see that the Claude is going to respect the damage coming in from perhaps the Wanwan here in the early stage of the game, but that matchup is going to be very different once both of them hit that level 4 moment.
Yeah, right now, looking at how Echo, they're moving around, honestly, they're trying to square off Toda in a very, very small circle or very small triangle. They're trying to set up a Bermuda Triangle between Toda and the other members of Echo, making me feel a little bit scared moving forward, going to the turtle, which is going to spawn in just a few seconds.
But just the same, Echo answers by spreading themselves thin. This is the most spread out I've seen Echo in quite a while, especially approaching the turtle.
Right now, Yums almost already hit level 4, Yaoi as well. So I'm looking forward. I don't know who's going to have a better fight here.
Oh, there's a kick started up and the knock-up. So both roamers are on point. Sanji with the RWM. Down goes Momo. Heavy spin from Carl Teasy. Mind you, he is at a third of his health. I'm looking at Yums. Carl Teasy scores it. Can Yums survive? The beef gets tenderized. 2K for the Apex Predator.
Yeah, that's a 1-0 here for the early stage of the game. And something to note is the fact that most of the members from Todak... Oh, wait a minute.
Up top, Chico guys starting up. Blazing
Ooh.
duet right in your face. Benny Cutie answers back. Nothing much happening in the gold lane.
He's able to...
Oh! The playmaker lives with about 1 HP. You can never really take your eyes off.
Yeah, you can't. You close your eyes for a second and you can see Yaoi just
Don't
charging
blink.
at you. Don't blink,
That's a
Todak.
scary thought.
And coming back to that, right? Todak respects the capabilities of Yaoi, right? 2 purifies on Chico as well as Moon. That is going to cause some disturbance to his pickup potential. He needs to be aware of those timings, as well as the fact that Moon, because he is on Alilia, he does have 2 chances in that regard.
There's another kick coming in. All of the ults right down on the Yums. Didn't get to respond.
Again, they're just picking everyone off. It's game number 1, except it's game number 2, different heroes, but the same idea. You get one person, shut him down, and see what happens next. They're just trying to get more advantages here because, again, look at the goal lead. 1.8K, 0-3.
Wait, I want to ask a question. What's
I
the
might not
cooldown on Yaoi's ultimate?
More or less around 23, 27 seconds-ish.
Wow.
Right now.
Yeah, around
So
now.
even if Todak had brought 2 purifies, Yaoi
Yeah.
can still find those moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would get an average of 2 kicks per cooldown.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
You're
Echo.
tough.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it looks like Echo is giving Todak a tough time here. 1,200 gold lead already in the first few minutes of the game. It's starting to look kind of the same if Todak can't look for more on the board.
They gotta make sure they find a way to win fights at the turtle because they keep on losing here, and that's really not a good thing. Sanji is still free hitting. Look at Moon's HP. The fight hasn't even started yet.
Look at Momo deep in, looking to get that ult off. And there's a heavy spin already. Kaltizi gets the turtle. Clear advantage over to Echo. Momo understands this. They disengage.
Momo tried to get a kill onto Sanji, but again, easier said than done. This is a very, very tough situation, but the way that Toda would play this is, again, just wait those items on Chico guys, and at that point, maybe they can start winning the fights because the damage is there. Looking at itemization, in terms of gold between the Wanwan and the Claude, not that different, but is there a fight here at mid?
RWM set up by Sanji. Look at Yums. It was just a show of dominance. They just really wanted to show that we're gonna push in mid to get up top.
Again.
And another kick on the Yums. Ground beef, anybody?
Wow.
0-3 and 0.
Oh man, 0-4 on the on the kill line, right, between both of these teams. And I like how you mentioned that Todak wants to centralize things, wants to hyper-focus on trying to make sure that Chico gets to that power spike. And you can see that Echo is just preventing that from happening on all fronts, right? They're not even allowing that to happen at this point. Yaoi already very aggressive in his positioning, looking for yet another opening. But you can't force Moon and Rival to always rotate to the top side.
Well, right now they are all at the top side, and looks like they're gonna give up their minions for Chico guys here because Chico guys probably gonna absorb the mid minion here. So far, yes, Yums is 0, 3, and 0, but if anyone's gonna die a lot, might as well be
Should be him.
Carlteasy finds a headbutt. Force is out of movement. There's a heavy spin. Carlteasy isolates Moon. He's still alive. Rival wants to get the kill. Carlteasy's still at large.
No way.
And the GOAT gets away.
What? You received that much damage, that many resources have been just elected towards you, and you still get out of life. Lubel,
That's tilting.
how are you feeling about
that's
this?
tilting. You know, that's one of those things where it's like, I try my best, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
And that's going to convert into more space for Echo here. Going into the turtle. A tenth of its health. Carlteasy misses it. Rival scores 1. Not enough though for them to breathe. Watch out, Moon in the middle of 4 members trying to get a kill. No dice. Sanji gets 1. A kick. Once more on the Yums. Down goes the Minotaur. It's a double kill for the young Sanji.
Oh, Chico.
He's still going. Blazing Duet just clearing the waves. BMI on out. Caught by Sanford and Carlteasy in the back line. There's a wild charge. Chico didn't know what hit him. And he goes down. Momo does get the shutdown on Sanji. Can he get away? That's 4 mad orcas on his tail. Rival here. Waiting in the bush. Momo dashing on through. There's 2 members on each side. Carlteasy with the headbutt coming in. And another heavy spin. Pops the vengeance. Not going to be enough. Sanford gets the kill. Rival very low. Here comes Yums. Motivational roar up. Despair stomp. Quelling Echo's aggression.
Now that was a roller coaster ride in terms of emotions, right? Just when you think that Todak is going to get something above Echo, they instantly trade back, but Moon.
Black Shoe's not gonna save him, put him still in a very bad spot. And Yaoi pointing out exactly where Moon fell.
Honestly, at this point, it does look bad, but at least this is more of a Toda style. They're kind of like, you know what, I don't care anymore. I might as well be 0, 10, and 0. I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do. And what Moon tried to do was get the mid just now. Sanford,
Oh,
very
no.
low, but how are you going to escape this, man?
Chico guys goes underneath the turret. Take me! Sanji gets 1, and Sanford played it to a T.
Okay, where is Chiku? 0 to 1.
It's hard.
Does he have the golden staff already?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Why not?
So technically he's reached that power spike, so maybe that's why he's being a little bit more aggressive. But if he keeps trading things like that, realizing that Todak just really desperately needs the damage coming out from him, is it wise to be this langar?
No, honestly, it's fine because if you want to die now. I mean, you don't want to, but if you have to, you die now because the respawn timers aren't that long.
Bad.
But coming like 16, 17, 18, 19 minutes is going to be really bad. So if you're going to sacrifice your own life for an objective, now's the time.
Oh, you can see now Chiku's gonna go for that play. He's trying to imitate that, right? That's why he picked up the Claude.
It's the only play that he has right now, the only option that Echo has allowed. A quick Lord take here, not wasting any time. Echo is painting the map red. But this is some room to breathe for Todak, right? They got a mid lane tier 1. Chico just worked on that top lane, and there's some parts of the farm that even Rival is giving over. Oh wait, there's a fight in mid. They kick up the beef once more. The playmaker finds 1. Then Cutie looking to take to the skies. And there's a black shoes for Moon, surviving for just a little bit more. But Sanji makes sure he doesn't. Here comes Momo, does get the kill, popping that vengeance, but Sanji gets 2K. Oh Lord, you get nothing, good sir.
Yeah, but all the while, right, Chiku trying to get anything that he can, right? He's focusing in the top lane. He's trying to push in those turrets. He's trying to look for any trades on the map that he can for Todak, trying to replicate perhaps what they did before. I don't know about this though.
What Echo is doing is very straightforward, but it's very effective. Just shut down Yums. Make sure that Yums dies first, and then after that, Toda does not have any room to breathe. Because let's look at the instant replay. You see it once, you see it 5 times. Choke kicks, Akai locked down. Same thing over and over again. Rinse and repeat. I kind of feel like later in the highlights, you could just take all of that highlights and it will be enough time for you to, have enough KPI for Moonton. It's like, yeah, that's a very long highlight.
It's tough right now. 10 minutes in, 6,000, almost 7,000 gold lead here, and it looks like Echo's looking for more. They're gonna get some damage there in the top lane. And once again, the Yve, right? Sanji built Yve in a very, very offensive manner. He just completed the Divine Glaive, more penetration. Does Todak have the items to defend against that? Because, you know, Yve's damage, you don't necessarily feel it. Suddenly you're just like at 1 HP and then you're dead.
No, honestly, at this point, the Eve hurts quite a lot. So it's going to be hard because you want to bait it out, but the way that Echo plays, they're not letting you bait. They're just going to go for it. They see Hume, they're going to kick Hume, they're going to spin to win, and then they're just going to get a kill. So in terms of can they survive, they can survive minion pushes. They have a lot of wave clear. In terms of damage, not so much. Not so much.
And that's what's making Echo's approach here all the more scary, because at any time they can come in, right? They have such great range. There's the flicker kick, there's the RWM, there's the flicker wild charge, and I guess that's what's allowing Todak here to breathe a little bit more. But again, it's the threat of activation. At any time, Echo can pull the trigger and say, you know what, we want this tier 2 in mid, we fight now. And that's not a good idea, given how outgunned they are, 7K ahead.
And the crazy thing is, right, coming back into even their lineup, Moon, Lilia was supposed to be their safe pick, but look at the stats, right? 0-3-0, so not much of the impression or just the effect that you wanted the Moon, that you wanted the Lilia to have. Zero participation.
Like I said, the Lilia is very dangerous going up against like a Farsar and Eve because you outrange, and the Lilia has very, very low HP. Now Sanford as well as Yaoi looking at Rival frontlining for the team. You guys managing to take the orange buff. Momo, can you flank? Can you get damage? It looks like Todak didn't want to go for this. Yaoi
gets away of the dragon right on Arrival. Answers back with a heavy spin. Look at Chico, guys. They first take down Sanji. All 5 members of Todak still on the map. Here's the Langar coming through. Chico, guys, still barreling away. Watch Rival. He still has his retribution. They push Echo out of their territory. Lord is more of a 50-50 now. Look at the playmaker, Yaoi, popping his immortality. Can they get it? Not enough firepower in the back lines. Benny Cutie looking to get a kill over on the Chico, guys. It's a wash. No one goes down unless Momo has different thoughts. Sanford very low. Benny Cutie takes to the skies. Bagyo arrives, but no! Chico, guys, slaps back off the back of a Minoan Fury. But they trade. Sanford falls 2 for 1. The current economy coming in. 3K, the gold deal on Echo. They shrank it for the first time. Todak in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the Swordfishes are angry here in the 13th minute of the game here in the second game. It looks like they're trying to go for more. They're trying to zone Carl TZ out because, you know, Rival wants this.
Sanji with the RWM. Carl DZ very low. Lord as well, a 5th of its health. Momo still alive, but Yaoi finishes him off. Carl DZ with a heavy spin. He wants to reset this Lord very, very much, but Rival scores it. Rival scores it. They take down the GOAT. Luminous Lord over to the Malaysian champions.
right now looking very good. Todak, they played that as best as they can. Right now, Echo only having 1.7k goal lead. And the whole play, Chico guys as well as Momo, they flanked because Todak got a lot of vision. They basically saw everyone there. Momo got a very good pickup, and then Chico guys goes in, provides the additional damage. And this is what happens when Chico guys starts having the items. And look at the difference. 11,000 compared to 10,000. At this point of the game, it kind of doesn't matter that much. But again, this does show, even if he does get pressure, he'll find ways to farm.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? Because even before, when Benny Cutie was leading in terms of that gold, honestly, Chico wasn't far off. He was only behind like 100 or 200, even in a bad scenario, bad decision. But right now here, the Lord is going to push in the top lane. All resources are up, except Yums. He doesn't have that flicker.
Right now, honestly, Todak, you want to go in, but you got to be very, very careful. Yaoi
looking for a kick, finds one, but he's very low himself. Arguing the answer from Sanji, Minoan Fury, quelling the aggression, the punish, and Benny Cutie takes to the skies. Yum's still alive. Benny Cutie might get punished here. There's the knockup. Not enough damage. Cross easy. Takes down Yums. Moon falls as well. Look at me. Chico guys wants to penetrate. They heavy spin, push and rival underneath the tier 3 turret. That's double kill. 440.
Yeah, but again, Chico guys was able to take like, hold on, 1, 2, 3. 3 turrets, 4 turrets there, honestly. So right now, Todak is still in a pretty okay spot, but that was a very bad engage because honestly, Yums can't frontline now. The front line has to be Rival. Rival has to be in front. He has to soak up a lot, and then the rest has to fall back. Right now, Chico guys, it does not have to purify. He has to be careful.
Very low. Chico guys bursted. Oh, forced the BMI on out. got that burning sensation on him off of Sanji's G-dubs. And now, all of the map is looking red once more. Echo claps back.
This is what I'm talking about, right? Every moment we see that Todak is getting ahead, gets the better trade, somehow it's always Echo just fighting back, punching back, and we can even see this in the instant replay.
Yeah, looking at this situation, Rival is in a pretty good situation for him to do a lot for the team. But Moon, he just doesn't have enough space because the Lilia works the best when Lilia is not touched. In this situation, everyone wants to touch the Lilia.
You know, I can argue that a little bit, right? Because Lilia, sure, she has lower HP than the rest. She's bad with range. But the two things that she has, one is really good fast clear. Unfortunately, we did not see that in that early stage of the game. It felt like Sanji was still winning that 1v1. But the second thing is vision. You talked about vision in that previous team fight where Todak was able to get a little bit of an advantage. And the fact is, Moon's skill too can open those bushes and prevent Yaoi from going in for, you know, just, what do you call it when you go from the back?
Make sure the good flank.
Yeah, doesn't go for a good flank.
Flank is also part of the steal.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. But now, speaking of nice, Lord has been started, for members of Dota have already shown their faces. Yaoi still invisible to the team. Kind of feeling like looking at Sanford. Sanford is probably the one we gotta pay attention to.
It's the Y bush that Yaoi is calling home for now. The only one hidden as well is Humes. And he is now in the presence of Echo. Lord here at a fourth of his health. Sanford playing footsies, Kaltizi. Rival, watch the retribution. It's Sanford who scores it. What's going on? Heavy spin by Kaltizi. Use to disengage. That's 4 members crashing down on the goat. They're answering over. Sanji is going to be next. Kaltizi falls. Momo gets punished. Benicute gets 1. Sanji survives. Look at Rival. Benicute and Sanford backing out.
All right, 1-for-1 trade, Momo for Kaltizi, but Echo gets the Lord.
Sometimes it feels bad to be, correct, because somehow I kind of felt that Sanford was the one going to make the play, and he made the play. He got the Lord. Now the Lord is there. Kind of feel like Todak can't clear it up. And if we're looking in the map, Chiku is trying his very best to stay away from his team.
Yeah.
You guys can go 4v5, right? I mean, you guys will be fine.
They could actually do this, right? But the problem is Kaltizi hasn't spawned yet. So as he spawns, he should meet Chiku there in that base. And you can see that Sanford is trying to buy time for Kaltizi with the wall placements that he's doing.
Yep, RWM set up by Sanji. That's the Luminous Lord crashing on. Gonna barrel away at this inhibitor down bottom, and Humes gets trampled on through. Momo gets his ult off though, taking down Sanji. 1-for-1 trade so far. Look at Rival.
Oh my God.
Kaltizi's clearing. Can he though? That's the battle. Rival goes down. 2-for-1 so far. Benicute does not have his ult, but he takes down Moon underneath the base just the same. Now Yaoi gets sent back home as well. He gets immortality pop. And now it's a 2v1. Chico guys showing some dominance up top.
Yeah, he doesn't have minions though, right? Kaltizi running straight for it, trying to buy some time here. But is this possible? Can he do it?
It's going to be very difficult because everyone else
Oh my God, bottom side.
Oh, no.
Watch the base. Watch the base. It's just Chico guys left.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, not like this.
All back doors.
Not like this.
The minions do take down
way.
Sanford.
Not like this.
Benicute, of course he does. From Manila to Jakarta.
Come on, you.
To Phnom Penh. Not here, says Todak. Not today, baby.
No way.
One more. Shut down.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. Todak, Chiku, they go in for that backdoor play. Echo trades it back, almost gets it. But Benicute gets just wiped out by Humes. Humes saved that game.
Okay, this is one of the closer knockout fights
Look
we've
at the
had so far.
Windsuckers.
And now, let's see. Sanford is going to come up. Benicute is going to come up as well. Is Todak going to force this?
Oh,
Are they
no.
really going to force this? No. Chiku guys is far away. If they went in, maybe, but no. They want the Lord.
14 seconds though on Benny. That was a close
Woo.
call for Echo.
That was a close call for Todak.
LaFell is
For
awake.
both.
LaFell is awake.
Oh, dude.
And look at
back.
just like, there's literally no goals difference right now. Things have just leveled out, but
Wait.
with the way that they've
No,
set
Todak
up,
got this, Todak got
Todak
this.
has the better setup right now.
Yep,
I got this.
we're going for the blitz. They are on the scene at first. Rival already
Oh, yeah, we're
spends the appraiser's wrath. Here
No,
comes
no,
heavy
no.
spin. Caldese gets knocked out, knocking them all out of the pit. And who got it? Chico Guys knocks out Caldese. Chico Guys scores! Down goes Sanford as well. Momo pops the vengeance. Sanji falls. It's just Yaoi left, the playmaker, the lone survivor.
No way. One versus all here. Leo, look
They can
out.
end this, they can end this.
This could be it for the Orcas. This could be a 1-for-1.
This is difficult. Cho is not meant to defend this way. He gets bumped. It's a wipeout. Noda evens the score. 1-1.
Wow.
Let's go, not a 3-0.
Finally.
99%.
Finally, in the knockout stage, we see a bit of a fight from a team. This is Todak scoring a game against the world champions. This is a big deal.
You know what? Thank goodness they banned the Yuzong. The Yuzong would have been a big problem in that game number 2. I gotta say, man. But here's the thing. Chico so far, 100% or a very high percent win rate on the quad.
Yeah.
At one point, he's not gonna get this quad.
There's something with game Dua. Game 2.
Two.
Todak seems to always just come back online and buy out.
Dude.
It is also on the clock.
I'm speechless, man.
So, just no Claude for Chiku starting from now?
I have no
Is this a
idea.
trend that we're gonna see these teams go for when they go head to head against Todak? Because honestly, that looked like Echo's game to win.
You know what? Here's the thing. Like I said, for this game, they gotta go macro.
I mean,
Todak did macro.
they did.
They sacrificed their HP to make sure that they kill the minions to make sure they get objectives. Isn't that right, Wolf?
That is very true. And what I want to take note, by the way, is that you guys, both of you, Lefel as well as Eterna, you mentioned something about Chiku should start 0-2 and then he turns on. It's like he purposely